He's Miguel and she's Avery. So, in this segment, we are going to talk about the third chapter of the book, How Language Are Learned. And the topic is to be discussed is individual difference in second language learning. So, to carry out this project, we interview some students who are learning a second language. In this way, we obtain information that we compare with what the book provides us. And how are we going to start?
Hola, nosotros somos del tercer semestre de la licenciatura de idiomas y nos gustaría hacerles unas preguntas acerca de las cosas que ustedes creen sobre aprender un nuevo idioma. ¿Qué cosas consideran que son necesarias para poder aprender un nuevo idioma? Bueno, para empezar, para ustedes, ¿qué aptitudes son necesarias o importantes para aprender un idioma?
Disciplina. Yo digo que comunicación, es importante tener mucha comunicación con otras personas.
Siento que tanto como la responsabilidad con respecto a cómo tomes los estudios y en qué tiempo.
Para ti, ¿qué aptitudes son necesarias o importantes para aprender un idioma?
Yo creo que al aprender un idioma es importante tener autonomía, es tan importante autodisciplina para seguir estudiando el idioma, tener autodidacta. Ser autodidacta para aprender un idioma, porque no siempre, y más en el modelo que trabajamos, no siempre vamos a estar en el maestro, sino que es cosa de nosotros, porque pues, al fin y al cabo es beneficio para nosotros.
Yo creo que es tener entusiasmo y tener ganas de aprender el idioma, porque a veces vienen unos compañeros que nada más se la pasan sentados porque no les gusta o solo porque sienten que tienen la obligación de estar aquí. Entonces yo creo que es venir con ganas y tomar una actitud responsable de que sabes que tienes que venir toda la semana para poder así aprender.
Tener un avance.
Sí.
Para ti, ¿qué aptitudes son necesarias o importantes para aprender un idioma?
Creo que varios factores influyen, por ejemplo, la edad, porque la edad, cuando somos chiquitos somos como esponjitas, entonces cuando nos enseñan algo solemos absorber más. Es un poco más difícil cuando crecemos porque tenemos ciertos factores externos que influyen mucho en nuestra concentración y habilidades, etc. La inteligencia creo que sí es una herramienta que te ayuda y te facilita aprender un idioma, mas no es un determinante y no quiere decir que una persona más inteligente va a aprender un idioma y otra no, entonces solamente es un factor. La determinación, si tú eres determinado y quieres aprender un idioma, vas a estudiar y te vas a esforzar y vas a hacer lo necesario para aprenderlo. Para mí son creo que las principales.
So we observed the first part of the interview and what were the answers that we got of these students.
Okay, I think that it's really important and interesting to find out what are the factors that students think that are important to know a second language. And so many times we have the idea that the relationship between the individual learner characteristic and second language learning is how the language proficiency is measured and defined. And I think that it's not the idea. In the first interview, we can see that one of the first points that the boys mentioned was the needs to be an introverted person, because they think that to communicate you have to keep practicing and you don't need to be a shy person. So if you are a shy person or you just don't practice, you never can learn this language. And I agree with them because you need, for learning a second language, one of the principal points is that you have to practice. And I agree with them. What do you think?
Well, it's a good idea, but I don't really agree because researchers doesn't support this conclusion because introverted person uh, is true, don't speak a lot, but they listen to other people, and when they speak, they have a good pronunciation and a good use the grammar structures.
Yes, I agree with you. I think that is a key point, but not is all the that is all the necessary to learn a language, because we need more than be extrovert or something like that, and we need practice and practice and other factors that maybe we can see along of the interview, so we can continue with the discussion, please.
As we can see in the previous video, all the students agree that motivation is a key for the success. Also, I think that motivation and the attitudes that you have are really important in the moment that you are learning a second language, because I think they are linked, because you need to stay motivated and you have a lot of responsibilities, and you have to do these responsibilities with enthusiasm, and you have to give like the best of you. And like my partners say before, you need to practice. And Robert Gardner says that practice is like the key of the success. But also Wallace Lambert says that if you want to learn, you have to have contact with native persons, so you are able to acquire this language in a better way.
Yes, I agree with you. The motivation is a key of success because uh, we need a motivation, but the motivation is important than the learners and the teachers, because we need a motivation in the classroom. Uh, if the teacher doesn't have a good classes or good ideas, interaction, yes, and the students is bored. Um, they need know the learning stance.
Yes, also this is linked with the learning styles, because not all the students learn in the same way, so it's very important to know, and also to know how to motivate your
Yes.
students for a better results.
Yes, and I think that the motivation is really, really important, because if I don't like, no, I don't know, learn something or read or practice, I can be better, and so I never learn. So we need motivation and we need practice, and in this way we need attitude to learn or be better, as we can say before. So I agree with both of you.
Importante.
¿Qué factores consideran que son importantes al momento de que están estudiando y aprendiendo otro idioma?
Pues la disciplina práctica.
La práctica.
¿Podrían decir alguna otra
Adicional.
adicional?
Pues la actitud con respecto al aprendizaje, o sea, si no tienes el interés realmente en aprender el idioma, pues nunca te va a salir y pues, por lo tanto no vas a tener resultados en plan positivo, vaya.
También, por ejemplo, pues la mejor forma en que yo aprendo es aprendiendo mi canción, viendo la imagen de lo que representa ese idioma. Por ejemplo, una manzana en ese idioma.
Bueno, pues muchas gracias.
Importante para ti al aprender otro idioma.
Bueno, en mi caso, pues el idioma, porque siento que es un elemento más que uno puede ir al momento de ir al campo laboral. Pues no solamente me puedo desempeñar aquí, pues me puedo desempeñar en otras partes, incluso en otras áreas, siempre y cuando llega a dominar el idioma.
Sí, pues como hemos visto es muy importante aprender otros idiomas ya que el español en sí no es tan usado en otros países, sino que tenemos que ir aprendiendo porque ahorita la falta de trabajo y todo eso nos hace que nosotros aprendamos otros idiomas y es así donde nosotros tenemos que empezar a pensar en el futuro para poder lograr las cosas que queramos.
Bueno, pues muchas gracias.
¿Qué es lo más importante para ti al aprender otro idioma?
La práctica.
La práctica.
No sé, creo que entre más lo practicas, incluso si te hace algo difícil, tiendes a familiarizarte más con el idioma.
Gracias.
Now for learning styles, I found it very curious because it's good to know how the students have different ways to learn and how they adapted to them for a better result. In the interviews, we can see that for one of the boys works to listen music. He said that for him it's very easy to know the vocabulary of a topic if he has a previous knowledge of that words. And I agree with that because it works for me too to listen music because I was like research the meaning of the words that I don't know. So if I see that words in the topic, I give me an idea of what are the topic talking to. What
Yes,
they
the
say.
good pronunciation.
Right. Also, the pronunciation. It's a very good idea.
Yes, I agree with you. In my case, my learning style is visual. When the teacher explain the topic, the move that he do with his hands or his
The actions,
the expressions, yes. It's it's my way.
And also, one of the girls says that for she works that she writes all the things that she needs to memorize until she can memorize it.
Yes, right. All that she listened, right?
Yes. And I think that I am kinesthetic because for me it's a little complex learn just of one way. For example, when the teacher just talk and talk, for me sometimes it's bored and I don't know. I really try to.
Yeah, you don't have motivation.
Yes, but when the teacher, for example, give us an activity to when we need to talk and we need to write and at the same time we need to listen. I think that it's a good way to learn because not is only a way if you don't know you know you I think that I need be active for learn. Yes, I agree. So sorry. So everyone has the way to learn, and that is learning styles.
Yeah, for that is important the motivation class, like we said before.
And that we know what is the way that we learn. It is important.
Yes. And now the learner believes.
Different. Everyone learners have different ideas about uh, the belief that he he believed. For example, some learners believe that if they read a great list of vocabulary, they can understand all the words, or if you, or for example, if you if you know more, you have a good word in the future. For example, it's a different
If you have a knowledge.
knowledge. It's a different.
Well, I can say that I found the learning beliefs with the learning side a little bit of link, because like you say, some people have their own way to learn, so they think that that is the way that they learn. So it's like a belief that you have and works for you, but also it's a learning style.
Yes.
But maybe it's like you know how it's the name, like kinesthetic or visual of that.
Oh, you,
But I
yes.
found it like a little of link between these
These
topics.
topics. Oh, okay, okay.
Yes, and I've heard learning abilities now. And for example, if you move to another country, you could be, I don't know, you can talk and you can learn more vocabulary, but that isn't true. No, it's more like depend of you. If you really are interested in learn, you can be you can learn, but it's not necessary to move you another place to learn. It's just a belief.
Yes, it's a motivation, the
The attitude.
attitude. Yes, the responsibility that with you.
Yeah, it's like a set of everything we have said.
This interview that surprised me because I don't heard of the others interview. Nobody says nothing about age or intelligence, and this girl said us that for she maybe the age could be what is it? Could be important, but I don't know. I think that I don't agree with her. Maybe it's a factor, but not is a determinant factor. So it's too like with the intelligence. Maybe it's like a gift of God or something like that, the intelligence. But if you really are interested in learn, you need to practice and read and learn. So it is not necessary being intelligent, I think.
Yeah. Also, the relationship between the age and the second language acquisition is a little bit controversial, but
I agree with this here because I think that when we, like she say, when we are children, and I like the term that she say, that we are like little sponge that keep receiving all the information, vocabulary, and I think that have advantages and disadvantages because the book says that, for example, like the immigrant families, how this works for them. The kids have the ability that they can absorb and start to accumulate all the new things, the vocabulary and all this stuff. And for them, it's more easy. Either for the adults, they can either for the parents, it's more easy to speak with fluence because they already know what are the things in her first language, in the mother tongue. So for them, I think it's more easy to perfectionate their speaking.
Okay.
Yeah, their speaking. And for the child, he needs to know first what is, like, for example, this pencil in the first language, in her mother tongue, and in the second language. So that can be a little bit, they can be a little confused for them.
Yes. Well, I think the age is important because the child learns faster than the adult. But the adult has a good correct use of the grammar structure. Uh, the the child acquire the vocabulary fast, but they don't.
In the moment to speak, they don't know how to do it
Yes,
in a correct.
and the adult learn slowly, but they use correct words or correct grammar structures.
They have a better idea of the grammar.
Yes.
And also, one of the studies that the book says in a research have the results that the immigrants have a better grammar than the native persons.
Yes.
So I think that says all. Most of the time, intelligence is related with your success at school. But as you say, it doesn't matter if you have like bad notes, but you are good at something else.
Yes.
You can be bad at sports, but you are good at language, and that what is about the multiple intelligence that Howard Gardner mentioned in this book. And I think that yes, intelligence shouldn't be related with one characteristic of students.
Well, finally, as we can see, there are several factors that students of a second language consider important to learn a second language. These factors that have already been mentioned are personality, motivation, attitudes, learning styles, beliefs, and intelligence. Or almost that was the answers that the students give us, and so we just made up in this discussion because we think that it is important to know what are the things or the factors that the students consider important. So I think that it's all about this topic, and thank you for watching.